So today, we're going to dive into something that can absolutely transform your relationship with client families. We're talking about strategic communication and how it can turn potential friction into, well, solid trust. Let's jump right in. This is a really crucial question every single one of us has to ask. Think about it. Every email you send, every text, every phone call, it's either strengthening that connection with a family or it's accidentally creating a little bit of friction. So you have to ask yourself, which one is it for you? All right, let's talk about the foundation. Because everything, and I really do mean everything, in a strong professional client relationship starts right here. Before you can even begin to talk about progress or outcomes, you have got to build that solid foundation of trust. This isn't some complex theory, right? It's just a fundamental truth. Consistent updates are probably the most powerful tool you have for building that trust. And maybe just as important, they're your best defense for preventing misunderstandings before they even have a chance to start. So when we say trust, what do we actually mean in this context? Let's be really clear. It's not some fuzzy, abstract feeling. It is a direct result of your actions. It's what happens when families know, without a doubt, that they can count on you for consistent, reliable, and clear information. You literally build it, one update at a time. Okay, so knowing why this is also important is step one. Now let's get practical. Let's actually lay out the blueprint, the how-to guide, for making this a core part of how you operate. This right here, this is your guiding star for every single interaction. Professionalism is what builds their confidence in you, and being concise makes sure your message actually gets heard and understood without any confusion. It really just respects everyone's time and keeps the focus where it needs to be.
The whole process really boils down to these three simple, super actionable steps. First, you choose your cadence. Second, you detail the progress. And third, you're transparent. Simple, right? Let's break each one down.
Okay, step one, choosing your cadence. This is all about matching the rhythm of your communication to what the family needs. For a brand new client or maybe a really high anxiety situation, you might kick things off with quick daily text updates. That can build confidence fast. But as things calm down, you could switch to a more detailed weekly summary email. The key isn't just picking one way to do it, it's being intentional about why you're picking it. And then, of course, you got to be consistent. That's everything. Now for step two, which is all about the content of your updates. This is where you really demonstrate your value. Don't just say, oh, things are going great. Get specific. What tasks did you complete? What's the observable condition of the client? It's these kinds of details that show you're on top of it, that you're attentive and effective. And step three, transparency. Look, this can feel like the hardest part, but honestly, it's probably the most critical piece for building real trust. Pointing out incidents or changes or concerns, that isn't admitting failure. No way. It's demonstrating your integrity. It shows the family that you're going to tell them what they need to know, not just what you think they want to hear. So, we've talked about the why and the how. Now let's talk about the payoff. Why is getting this blueprint right such a massive strategic advantage for you as a professional? I mean, look at this. The contrast really couldn't be more stark, could it? On one side, you have poor communication, and we all know where that leads. Misunderstandings, disputes, and eventually losing clients. But on the other side, strong, systematic communication builds trust, forges these incredibly powerful relationships, and leads to amazing client retention. The choice is pretty clear. And let's be real, this isn't just about feeling good or being nice. This is about good business. It is a bottom line issue. Better communication leads directly to a healthier, more stable, and in the end, a much more successful practice for you. So that brings us to the end here. And the real question now is, what are you going to do with this? Forget trying to overhaul your entire system overnight. That's not the point. Just think about this. What is one small, manageable change you can make this week to make your family updates just a little more consistent, a little more detailed, or a little more transparent? Because that right there, that's where the transformation begins.